Good morning. I just wanted to touch on some things. I recently said something that's different than where I've said it before. I've recently said that you are uh, okay, so I've said before, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Okay? Let's say it this way. You are a spiritual being with the ability to be a human being. In other words, you're a spiritual being, and one of your talents are being a human. You're a source energy spiritual being with the ability to be human. One of your talents is. And think about the consequences of that right there. Uh, there is a lot of life on this planet. And each and every one of them lives and dies the same way you do. In other words, the spark of life is in them, and when that spark of life leaves, the physical body remains. But it's just matter. It's just matter. The spark of life, that energy that is God, is in each and every one of us until we decide to leave. And that could mean that you're a squirrel that stops in the middle of the road. Why do you stop in the middle of the road to eat your nuts when there's perfectly grass everywhere? I hit one this morning. I can't understand it. Evidently, he just wanted to go home because he left. Took him a few seconds and he left. I watched him die in the mirror. Done. Passed on. That same, when so I moved him out of the middle of the road because I felt more dignity for him to die or pass away I didn't want him to just lie there. You know what I mean? So I picked him up. He was still warm. His head had been smashed, but he was still warm. And I moved him off to the side of the road and laid him down there. Wished him peace and rest. But the same energy that brought him to life, that brought that squirrel to life, the same energy that does that for that squirrel is the same energy that does that for you. And you are able to do that. In other words, there isn't a separation of spiritual and physical. It's not a separate, it's a combination of the two. In other words, when you get in the car, it's able to drive. When you're out of the car, it sits there. You shut it off. It's done. When you get in the car, so your body is more like a physical vehicle for your soul, for that energy that is God to ride in and experience life. Just the very same as you would get in a vehicle and do that, the same thing happens as you become a human being. One of your talents as a human being is able to drive a car. One of your talents as a spiritual being is able to focus yourself into a physical being and leave anytime you want. Nobody has to do anything. Ever. Nothing. You came here to enjoy yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself, find another place to go. Find another place to be. Find another thought. Your thoughts are a place. As you focus yourself into a physical being like you are now, your thoughts are another place you go. Your feelings are the translation of how that thought and, well, I was going to say how your soul relates to that, but it's even deeper than that. It's even more than that. It's the way you are. No, not like that. Now, see, you just kind of let this energy flow. Let's try to come back to that in a little bit and see where we're at. But when I'm speaking to you, it's an energy flow. And when I stop it to think about it, it disrupts that flow. And that's what just happened. So, you're an eternal spiritual being with the ability to become human. Just like you're a young lady with the ability to do what you do. One of your talents as a spiritual being is to become human. And the spiritual and the physical are not different. They're one and the same. And they always will be. You know, it's just like when you park your car, it doesn't cease to exist. It's just not alive like it was on the freeway. I think automobiles are a good metaphor for what a spiritual being does in the human body. I think automobiles are one of the talents we have. If you can drive a car well, that's a talent. Although it's not very highly, it's not recognized as that talent of driving. Wow, that's really good. No, but I mean, it is a talent. That's a skill. And so is focusing yourself into a human body is a skill. You've been conscious of your existence in your human body since in the womb, since the very second that it happened, since that spark came in to the egg and the sperm. When they joined together, somehow you were, when that